Hey, what's going on, guys? Quick video. So we're out here doing Sear Challenge Season 5. And boy, have we had some terrible weather. Right now we got dudes linked up in the field. We got a downed pilot that is ready to be extracted. But we're dealing with some of the worst weather freaking possible. So birds ain't coming in to get dudes. But anyway, I just wanted to talk about this jacket I'm wearing right here. You've probably seen it all over the internet. Facebook, Instagram, all the cool guys are wearing them. This is from Arktis. Mostly a pretty good company, all right? But I got it, let's be honest, just because of the look. I call this the Ewok pattern. I don't know what they call it. There it is on the screen. But this is a very cool color and pattern. And as you notice, it actually blends in pretty well to this muddy, garbage, fall friggin' mountain environment you got. And it actually blends in like in pretty much any kind of wood line, right? But I figured because we've been getting pissed on for the last 2 days, I thought we would just cover this rain jacket, okay? And I say that in a funny way because, first of all, this is not a rain jacket, as I learned in the last couple days. For very light rain, okay? So they are European, so maybe that light European drizzle. What if we're talking about your heavy monsoon Gulf Coast weather? Nope. If we're talking about 3.5 inches in just a couple of hours up here in the mountains with high winds and stuff, no. Okay, so get that out of the way quick. You're not just going to be sitting there getting dumped on in this and be okay. So this is a very, very light rain jacket. I thought this would be a waterproof pocket because it's part of the rain jacket, and it does have, you know, this rubber kind of coating on it, just like this zipper has the rubber, you know, that tells me waterproof, okay? And it's water resistant, don't get me wrong. So it's a good thing we laminate our own mats, but as you can see, that's not from having it out in the rain, that's from getting wet in the jacket right here. And that's why we have a right in the rain notebook that we could still write on, because we did get some moisture in there. I don't even know if you can friggin' hear me at this point, but we're still talking. And also, these pockets down here are also not waterproof. I have my water resistant radio in the pocket because even though it is water resistant, we still got to protect it. But on the inside of this pocket, it's pretty freaking damp. So yeah, you can't count on those being waterproof. To be fair, I'm riding around in 40-mile-an-hour winds going 40 to 50 miles an hour on an ATV with rain just blasting me. Okay, so do with that info as you will. But I did get some dampness up around this area from just getting pounded from the freaking winds and rains for hours. Another thing, the way the hood is, you've got a cool adjustment back here. So it's like a giant military surplus hood, you know, so you'll cover your whole freaking face. So if you're sleeping in the field and you're not getting monsoon rains, you'll actually be okay being able to cinch this down, covering your face. All right, then you got this Velcro back here. So that pulls it up so it's not just flopping down on your face while you're trying to do stuff. Now you see how the wind's just kicking it all over the place? Well, no problem. We use that Velcro back there. We got our shock cords, we cinch it down. And that's how I've been riding around, like that. So the wind's not throwing it all over my face. And then I've also, usually if it's really bad, I'm putting my goggles on over this. So now it's all compressed on my face, not getting whipped around. The only problem is you can tighten it so to get it off of your forehead. But whenever there's high winds and stuff, you know, and I'm looking around or whatever, it gets stuck like this. And then it just keeps getting worse, all right? So, you know, if I want to look left, kind of a pain in the ass if you got stuff in your hand. But that's what you get with military surplus style hoods. So I'm not going to beat them up too much about that. It's just something to think about. One thing I will give them kudos on is the wind breaking capabilities. We've had up to 55-mile-an-hour gusts the last 2 days, and yes, you will always feel that wind, but it's not like your soft shells or any other kind of light, thin rain jackets. Like, it actually blocks it very well. It only got down to like the 40s last night, but I threw this on over my puff jacket and pretty friggin' insulating. And then you can see you do have some breathability. You've got, just like the Army PT jackets, kind of this netting up in here. That just kind of helps get it off of your skin, so it's not just freaking, you know, getting all wet and nasty like your old school rubber rain gear. So while we got it open, I will say this, you know, for a kind of modern type jacket, it's got a modern fit, modern look and stuff. I wish they would have put some pockets in here. Give me one of the secret ones here and one of the secret ones here, even under this one, because we're in a cold weather environment, you know, for putting something like this on. So like, I want to put batteries and stuff next to my skin, and it would be awesome to put it right here. Now, maybe it's designed to be worn with plate carriers and all that stuff and chest rigs, and nobody's reaching into their pockets here, but just for regular outdoor stuff, like, it'd be cool if I had the option, especially for that price. But either way, you know, we just do what we got to do. And so I got my pockets way down here next to the rain jacket pockets up inside my puff jacket, so I could put stuff up in there. I mean, if you have to, you just put stuff down your pants, whatever. So overall, the jacket is okay if you're looking at something like this for the pattern and the fit and how you can get everything cinched down pretty well. And yeah, the looks, it's not bad, okay? But if you look at the price, I think it could have been done a little bit better, a little more functionality, and then also more protection from the actual elements. This feels like a rain jacket, right? You hear that? This is not like a soft shell. Soft shell is a totally different style of material and everything. So me seeing this is kind of supposed to be like almost like a breathable hard shell, if that actually exists. I don't know if you can have a hard shell that's breathable, but it kind of seems like that's what they're going for. But you lose the water rating within like an hour of heavy rains, right? So like, got my hands in my pockets right now, it's freaking damp down there, right? Not cool. Just know that if you're looking at something like this, if that price point is a problem for you, if it has to be totally waterproof, it's probably not your deal. But if you're looking for something that will keep, you know, a lot of moisture off of you while also being as breathable as possible for the water resistance, it's not a bad deal, right? So anyway, just wanted to share my thoughts real quick on that. We're gonna get back to the event. We got 31 freaking hard asses down there on 4,000 acres going to town. People might start getting shot in the face today. So I'll see you in the next one. Out.